Awit! Good day, class. Once again, welcome to our music, arts, physical education, and health class.
Welcome to our Week 4 lesson discussion. Our most essential learning competencies are the following. In music, we have to improvise simple accompaniment to selected Southeast Asian music, performs music from Southeast Asia with own accompaniment. In arts education, incorporates the design, form, and spirit of Southeast Asian artifacts and objects in one's creation. Traces the external or the foreign and internal or the indigenous influences that are reflected in the design of an artwork and in the making of the craft or artifact. While in physical education describes the nature and the background of the sport, which is the volleyball. For this week, we will be having the week 4, 5, and 6 for music. In arts education, we will be having the week 4 and week 5, while in physical education, we will be having our week 4. Let's start with the music education, week 4, 5, and 6. Now, you are moving on to another level of activity. You will improvise musical instrument and create a simple accompaniment to selected music from Southeast Asia and apply all the knowledges and skills that you have attained through this module by performing music from Southeast Asia. For our week 4 activity, it is entitled Musical Instrument Improvisation. After experiencing the music of Southeast Asia, let us experience how to create improvised instruments. You need to prepare recycled materials for your improvised instrument. We will have the kendang. The following are the materials that we need to prepare: pail, plastic cover, sticks, rubber band, glue gun. Mga anak, if ever that pail or ang timba is not available, maaari tayong gumamit na lamang ng kahit na anong klaseng baso para gawin nating kendang. The following are the procedures. Number 1, glue the two pails together. Make the opening sides face outwards. Number 2, wrap the plastic cover on top part of the pail using the rubber band. Number 3, use piece of stick to create a string-like design on the pail. Use glue to paste sticks. Number 4, polish your work. And number 5, Viola, you have your do-it-yourself kendang. Congrats! For our week 5 and 6 activity, you have to sing the song Burung Kakatuwa using TikTok. Class, listen to my golden voice.
Okay, class, here is my sample. Burung kakatuwa hinggap di jendela, nenek sudah tua, hindi niya tinggal dua. Trejung, trejung, trejung tralala, trejung, trejung, trejung tralala, trejung, trejung, trejung tralala, burung kakatuwa. After doing the week 5 and 6 activity, you will now record the video, save it, and send to our Google form. Now, let's proceed to our arts education week 4 and 5. The Southeast Asian arts are comprises of Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Myanmar, which is formerly known as Burma, Indonesia, and Singapore. It is also known as the art of Indochina and East Indies. Most of the Southeast Asian culture are influenced by several outside factors. They are historically overshadowed by the great empires of nearby China and India.
Ngayon naman, ating alamin ang lesson activity para sa ating arts education. Narito ngayon ang example ng isang artwork. Sabi diyan, I created a Buddha-shaped artwork because I learned that Buddhism is the most dominant religion in Southeast Asia. Each picture inside the Buddha shows the culture, craftsmanship, and history of the country where they belong. So makikita nyo dyan class na ang ginawa ng bata ay gumawa siya ng picture collage ng iba't ibang tourist attraction ng Southeast Asian countries at binuo niya ito sa korteng Buddha. Ngayon ganito rin ang inyong gagawin. Kinakailangan nyong mag-download ng mga pictures sa Google at gawing picture collage at makapag-form kayo ng kahit na anong common sa iba't ibang Southeast Asia countries.
Are you familiar on the pictures of the following? Yes, class, you're right. The following are the basic skills in volleyball. Now, let's talk about the history and background of the game. Volleyball is played by two teams, each composed of 6 players who use their hands to volley the ball back and forth to volley the ball over the net. The objective of the game is to hit the ball over the net with certain limitations before it touches the ground and in such a way that the opponent cannot return it. The game is started by a server that serves the ball over the net behind the baseline. The rules require not more than 3 passes among players on each side before returning the ball. Failure to return the ball to the opponents within the specific limits results in a loss of a service or the scoring of a point by the serving team. The game volleyball was invented by William G. Morgan, who was born in States of New York. He originally called the games Mintonet. It was initially invented as a form of relaxation. During its first 100 years, it developed into a high-energy game requiring great aerobic ability. The game was first presented at YMCA College in Springfield early in 1896. Morgan took 2 teams, each made up of 5 men and some loyal fans, to demonstrate the game. Morgan explained that the game was designed for gymnasium or exercise halls, but could also be played in an open air. The objective of the game is to keep the ball in movement over a high net from one side to another or to the other. The game Mintonet was first replaced by volleyball as proposed by Professor Alfred T. Halstead. After seeing the demonstration in 1952, the Administrative Committee of the United States Volleyball Association voted to spell the name with one word, volleyball. The rules of the new game were published in July 1896 edition of Physical Education and were included in the edition of the first official handbook of the American YMCA Athletic League. The name volleyball was introduced to the Filipino by an American named Elwood S. Brown, who was then the physical director of the Young Men's Christian Association or YMCA in 1910. It became a popular game held in backyards and beaches in the country. The Filipinos created their own rules for the game and used trees as a makeshift net holders. Now, let's talk about the lesson activity in physical education. The direction is, label the different parts of the volleyball court and write the measurement of the respective parts. You have to use your module for you to identify the measurement in each parts. For the lesson activity number 2, you have to arrange the following historical events about volleyball by writing numbers 1 to 5 on the spaces provided. After doing this activity, you have to take a picture of your activities and upload it in our Google Form link.
That will be all for our lesson activity in Physical Education Week 4. Just a reminder to everyone, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng health education lesson for this week since last week natapos natin ang week 3 at week 4.
So that will be all for this week's lesson discussion. See you again next week. Bye-bye!